name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Oh, Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs? Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child.
Diddy's adopted daughter has come forward, saying things that could shatter the Combs family image forever. For years, Ava Barron was known in Diddy's circle as the white girl he rescued. He would present her as his adopted daughter, a child taken in from hardship. But that public story hid a darker version, one Ava is now determined to reveal. Her new statements threaten to undo the legacy Diddy has built. Back in 2020, in the thick of the COVID-19 pandemic, Diddy held a live Instagram session. During that stream, he introduced a girl named Ava Barron, not simply as a guest or acquaintance, but as his adopted daughter. The moment appeared heartwarming, a powerful man taking in a troubled youth and giving her a new life, he claimed. He spoke with pride, declaring that she was now family. Ava, then in her teenage years, sat quietly beside him, nodding and smiling. Fans reacted fast. Many praised Diddy's compassion.
I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with the thing.
Some described his gesture as bold and progressive, a wealthy black man extending care across racial boundaries. Others, though, were suspicious. Who was Ava? Where did she come from? Was it a genuine adoption or a public stunt? No official paperwork surfaced. No clear background was shared. Before that stream, no one seemed to know her name. And soon after, Ava vanished from public view. Mentions stopped, interviews ended, photographs disappeared. The silence created questions and rumors. Once Ava disappeared, the rumors began. Some insiders said she had witnessed too much. Some believed her silence was not by choice. Others speculated that she had been asked to stay quiet. Over time, her absence became louder than her presence. Now, she has re-emerged, but not as Diddy's sidekick. She is speaking for herself, on her own terms.
I did some digging around and found some old photos that go back many years. She was with him when she was very, very young, so she is in fact his adopted daughter. Some are saying this woman in the background here is her mother, but nothing is confirmed. You can see she's been with him in interviews, hanging out with Diddy's daughters. She was seen everywhere with Diddy's daughter. Here's another one. And I mean, they go way back. And here's a few more. So it shows that, yes, indeed, they spent time together and they grew up together. This is, in fact, their sister and Diddy's adopted daughter.
She has posted videos to a private account, which were soon shared widely across social media platforms. Her narrative is starkly different from the one Diddy promoted in 2020. Ava claims the adoption was entirely staged. No formal guardianship, no legal documents, only cameras, headlines, and a crafted public image. She says she was never treated like a child in the family. Instead, she was used as a prop, a tool designed to soften Diddy's reputation when he faced scrutiny. In her videos, Ava describes a chilling household environment built on control. She speaks of emotional manipulation, where speaking up was discouraged and obedience rewarded. She says personal boundaries were ignored. When she tried to ask questions, she was pressured to stay quiet. When she resisted, she faced consequences, though she does not name every single detail.
Start in the US, where Sean Diddy Combs has been denied bail following his conviction for prostitution-related offences.
She insists she was not brought into the Combs world out of kindness. She was used for image, for cover, for optics. This wasn't only about Diddy. She says others in the household played roles in this system, especially those closest to her. One person she mentions is Christian Combs, Diddy's son. Ava does not accuse him of overt physical abuse, but she says he made her feel like an outsider rather than a sister. He allegedly behaved with arrogance, always expecting to get his way, and did not welcome questions or challenges. In her account, Christian's treatment contributed to a toxic family atmosphere. Christian is already facing legal battles. Grace Ollie, a woman, has filed a lawsuit claiming he assaulted her on a yacht earlier this year. That case alone raised doubts about the spotless public image of the Combs family. Ava's revelations add another layer of concern. She says she witnessed verbal aggression, power plays, tension, and cold interactions, not only from Diddy, but also from those around him, including Christian. Some behaviors she describes seem ingrained, as if younger family members had learned them from their father. There is no proof of Christian's direct involvement in her experience yet, but her statements have renewed the conversation about control, privilege, and hidden dynamics in high-profile families. That Instagram Live appearance with Diddy and Christian was awkward. Ava seemed uncomfortable, rarely speaking, avoiding eye contact. After that, she disappeared completely. No new posts, no stories, no presence, nothing. The Combs family remained silent. Diddy made no comment on her absence. Christian removed all traces of her from his online presence. Fans had already sensed something was off. Ava looked drained, uneasy, as though she didn't want to be there. Her body language spoke volumes. Some wondered whether she was already controlled, even then. Others believed she might have been suffering in privates all along. As her disappearance deepened, online rumors linked her to a missing person case under the name Ava Grace Baldwin. The similarity in names and odd timelines fueled speculation. Was Ava using a fake name? Was she fleeing from something darker? Internet detectives began digging. Old TikTok clips surfaced. Videos of Ava in nondescript hotel rooms, often in low lighting with cryptic captions. In some, she lip-synced with heavy makeup. The settings looked sterile and lonely. Some onlookers compared these scenes to signals from trafficking survivors, subtle pleas hidden in plain sight. The parallels to Diddy's growing roster of accusations were impossible to ignore. Many wondered whether Ava had tried to escape and was silenced, or worse. As attention on Ava's case climbed, people began to connect her story with other allegations against Diddy. Over years, multiple women have accused him of grooming, coercion, abuse, and misuse of power, particularly targeting younger, more vulnerable individuals. These accusations often center around promises of opportunity, help, or support, followed by control and restrictions. In many of those stories, silent compliance, surveillance, and non-disclosure agreements played a role. Ava was young, unknown, but visible in Diddy's world. She fit the pattern described by others. Though she was publicly described as adopted, she says there was never formal adoption paperwork or legal guardianship. Ex-staffers and former security personnel have come forward in separate cases, claiming Diddy recruited young women under the promise of aid, only to use them behind closed doors. Their accounts mention constant observation, forced silence, and emotional pressure. In her own past social media content, Ava's style and tone hinted at themes of manipulation, fear, and subversion. Some users suggested she may have witnessed more than people realize, possibly things no one else survived to speak about. Her connection to Christian complicates things further. Did he know what was happening? Was he complicit or just another player? If her story fits this puzzle, it might be the strongest piece yet. Diddy is under mounting civil litigation. Some cases accuse him of trafficking, others of abuse, coercion, threats, and manipulation. On the federal level, investigations continue in secret. Many believe criminal charges may still come. Within the music industry, the reaction is shifting. Collaborators are pausing work. Executives are distancing themselves. Even those who once defended him are going silent. Now, Ava is rumored to be preparing to testify. either in Christian's case or another federal inquiry. Her position would offer unique insight. She was among the few people living close to the Combs' inner circle, with access few others had. If she speaks under oath, her testimony could become a turning point in unraveling what really went on behind closed doors. Diddy's public persona was never just about music. He built a brand around power, control, and the image of a patriarch. He sold himself as a provider, a savior, someone who looked after those around him. The world saw red carpets, designer outfits, and flashy parties. But what if behind that sparkle was a very different reality? A world of manipulation, emotional injury, and secrets. Ava was not an outsider in the strictest sense. She was inside his world, close enough to see what others would never know. And what she says she saw was not protection or love. It was control, secrecy, and maybe abuse. Her story forces a question. How many other people were used and then swept aside when they ceased to serve a purpose? Christian grew up in this realm. He watched it, absorbed it, perhaps inherited it. His legal troubles now demand scrutiny. Is he simply repeating what he learned? Did he believe silence and dominance were shields to protect you? Ava's voice now compels people to ask, where else did this happen? Who else was hidden? Behind the glamour, what truly went on? What kind of home was she adopted into? Ava Baron's decision to speak breaks the silence. If she was used, mistreated, or worse, her courage may shift everything. She is one of the first insiders to come forward. When someone that close pulls back the curtain, the truth might stretch far beyond what anyone expected. What really happened to Ava? Was she a missing piece of Diddy's downfall, or the opening to more disclosures yet to come? Could she be the one to expose that many stories carried whispers, but few people had evidence? Maybe she was chosen because she fit a narrative. Young, vulnerable, white in a predominantly Black celebrity sphere, something that could be framed as rescue or compassion. Once she outlived her usefulness, perhaps she was silenced or pushed away. Or perhaps she resisted and was pressured to vanish. If she offers testimony, if documentation emerges, the ripple effects could reach far. Not just Diddy or Christian, but others in that circle who knew or participated. She might shine a light on how celebrity, power, image, and grooming intertwine. Ava once seemed invisible in the Combs world. Now, her voice echoes louder than ever. Her story is not just emotional drama, it's a possible turning point in how we view powerful people with public images. When someone from inside the circle speaks out, it challenges everything. What we thought was glossy and flawless now looks shaky, maybe even rotten. And the bigger the reputation, the harder it is for truth and transparency to survive. So I ask you, what really happened with Ava? Was she a pawn in an image game? Was she silenced? Or is she the start of more revelations to come? Let me know if you want me to turn this into a YouTube-style script or break it into sections with headlines. Ava's story might be the missing piece that exposes everything Diddy tried to hide. Whether she's seeking justice or simply telling her truth, one thing's clear: the Combs legacy may never recover. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and the truth always comes out.